Are you a first-time home seller and you have no idea what it's going to cost to sell your house? Well, there's so much education out there right now for first-time home buyers that I wanted to make a video for you to help you understand what it's going to cost to sell your home in San Diego today. Hey, my name is Tristen Campanella, and you have landed on my video because you like real estate and are thinking about buying or selling here in San Diego. People call me all the time, and I'm very, very happy to answer any questions, and I provide you a lot of information in the description below. So please like, share, and subscribe as it helps us reach more people. So let's get into it. So what are the costs of selling a home here in San Diego? Well, California has its own laws and restrictions, and remember, it is a legal transaction, so there are going to be some things that are going to be required when you're selling your home and the costs associated with that. So one thing that is often surprising to people is that they'll call their mortgage company and they will say, get their principal and their interest and their balance, and they'll discover, how much they need to pay off when selling their house. But one thing that people forget all the time is that when you first bought your house, you got to skip your mortgage payment the first month. This is because we pay our mortgage in arrears. That means that you are going to be paying this month for the month you lived there last year. So you are going to need to pay that extra month when you sell your house. So when we go to tally up and calculate how much money you are going to need to pay off your principal and your loan, we always want to add in that extra mortgage payment that was really enjoyable when you bought your house and that we do need to account for now. Number two, you are going to need to pay your realtor. Now, some people are selling without realtors, and that's perfectly fine. I do lots of videos about that, and you can learn all about that. But this National Association of Realtors does actually show that 83% of people who use a realtor to sell their home actually net more money and put it in their pocket. And did you know this, that when you sell your house, you don't have to pay anything up front. It comes out of the sale of your house. And so if you're not unhappy with the price that you have been given or the offers, you may not even need to go forward, and you do not pay a realtor until you come up with a price that you feel comfortable with. Additionally, there is no set fee for commissions, and beware of any real estate agent that tells you that there is any set commissions, because it is completely set by the seller and the agent on the amount of commission that is negotiated. Make sure you find out what that real estate agent does for you, what kind of marketing and what you're looking for in a real estate agent. Number three, escrow fees. Each the buyer and the seller need to pay for their own escrow fees. Escrow is simply a company that is the third party that executes the contract and holds the money and makes sure everything is done correctly. Here in San Diego, we do not use attorneys, but we do use escrow. The price that is set by escrow is fairly standard. It is based on the price of the sale of your home. And also, escrow can also prepare a seller's estimated net sheet prior to selling your home. What's another cost that you should think about? Well, if you have an HOA, the seller is responsible to get those HOA documents from the HOA company. Unfortunately, the HOA company can set any price they want to, and this is an unregulated price. So one HOA company may decide to charge $300 while another may charge $550. Unfortunately, whatever they charge is what we need to pay in order to get the right set of documents over to the buyer legally. So that is something that the seller needs to pay. There are some additional reports that the seller will be required. One is called the natural hazard disclosure, and that's only $99. But all of these things do start to add up, and we want to make sure that you understand everything that's going to go into selling your house. Transaction fees. Oftentimes brokerages have transaction fees. These are fees that either are sent to the transaction coordinator, who is going to be preparing and handling all your documents to make sure that we are legally doing the right thing in the state of California, and to prevent any lawsuits that could come against you as a home seller. So it's very important to work with a solid brokerage company that has a licensed transaction coordinator and that also stores your documents for the required 3 to 7 years when you sell your house, just in case anything comes up in the future. And then finally, there are some other small fees like document handling fees and things like that that will be added on. First off, whenever anybody wants to sell their home, what I normally do is provide you a seller's net sheet so you can start to get an idea of the cost of selling your home. And then throughout the transaction, we can continue to update that, because we also have to pay property taxes. Property taxes are going to be based on the day you close on your house, and it will be paid per diem. So we do property taxes 2 times a year here in San Diego. So you are going to, if you've already paid one time of the year, then you will be paying per day for the amount of time that you continue to have your house up until the point that you leave. I do home seller workshops pretty often because, especially for first-time home sellers, you just don't know what you don't know, and I believe education is power. Please reach out to me anytime or watch some more of these videos on my channel so that you can get educated about how to sell your house in California.